Right, so just putting up some white shelving. Basically going to run along there, and run along here. And it's 16 millimeter melamine chipboard, basically, with 2 millimeter impact edging. The roof is very good, no leaks, so this should be good enough. I've got some heavy duty steel brackets which will anchor into the wall with those, and then there will be place to put stuff. Alright, now we've taken that old shelf off. Obviously a shaft running along this wall is going to encounter two obstacles, one being slightly more severe than the other. However, just looking at this now, there's a top gutter, and this is going down to the bottom. It clearly used to be attached here. I'm just wondering if it's an essential thing to have, if it's part of an old gutter system. I don't see why this is even necessary. This could just be pulled out instead of cutting the shaft. We'll have to notch the shaft out a bit for this conduit, but that's not a problem. But I'm going to go and have a look on the outside and see what that pipe is doing on the outside, and if it's just literally a drain pipe, I don't see what the purpose of it is in here. Yep, it literally is just an out pipe, so it can come off on the inside. So now, in this instance, we're using these wall anchors. They can't fit through these holes. These holes are too small. So what you can do now is take the anchors, take the nails out the anchors, and knock them into the holes that we've made in the wall, like such. And grab your washer machine and just flush it out, so that when the bracket sits against the wall, it's going to be nice and flat. And then you basically just knock them in. Now what I do is I just give it a bit of a last minute torque, give it a nice talking to, and voila, it's nice and stable. So that's two brackets up now. Third one will go there, and then we'll put the shelf on. Now sometimes you'll find, if you're struggling to drill into the wall, that your drill bit might be a little bit blunt. If you're just using the normal standard everyday impact drill, not an SDS type, what actually helps quite a lot is sharpening it. And all you really need for that is a diamond angle grinder. basically what it does is it just sharpens that tungsten bit and gives it more of a sharp edge to chip away at, instead of trying to chip away with a blunt round pebble. It's now a sharp spear, and it chips, impacts and turns, and this will go a lot quicker. And there we go, first shelf is up. Pretty straightforward, just basically knock little 20 more little nails in, little screws. Actually they are 19 mils, cupboard posies, so that they don't go all the way through and stick out the top, but they've got enough length to actually grip. So that's a pretty sturdy shelf, and that can handle, although it looks quite skinny and slender, it's pretty strong. More than strong enough for your average storage requirements. Alright, now we're going to do that one and then that one. Alright, so now brackets are on, but this is still loose because now it's time to cut the profile out for that conduit. So basically what we do is we just mark here where it is, and then mark on the conduit on the bottom of the 16 mil and on the top of the 16 mil. Alright, so now we know that that's the center of where we have to notch it out. We will use this tool, which is just a profile reader, and in fact I'm going to take it from the top because that's where it's sticking out the furthest. Press that in, and that gives us our template that we're going to cut that notch out with. Easy peasy. Yeah, so there's our mark, round about like that, and then just draw it out, and that'll give an idea of what we need to do there. Okay, and then we just cut that out with a jigsaw, and there's the notch. Should line up perfectly. Yeah, that'll do the job. Good enough. Now it's just time to secure the screws into the brackets, and then this shelf is done, and then we just do that one much the same as all the others, and that's with everything up now. So plenty of storage space up there, plenty of storage space up there, and the area is now a lot more useful. So pretty straightforward, simple, yet effective.